Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fatebound Fellowship. Uh, we're all back together for another run of things, but we're down a player. Uh, Carson isn't here, but we're gonna carry on and see what trouble everybody else can get into. So, without further ado, uh, Williams, start us off with a recap of last time.
So we managed to sneak past some rat cultists, um, and rescue the orc that was missing, the missing orc. He tells us that he can't come back to his daughter without the property that is down here somewhere. Um, yeah, we convinced the rat cultists that we were um, part of their group or somehow, or they didn't attack.
Until we
So we
convinced them that they just needed the bathroom.
yeah.
And it worked
and
surprisingly well.
and that worked. We rescued the dude and got out of there. He says he can't go back without the property that was taken from him, or his daughter will kill him. I kind of have uh, figured that his daughter was not a great person, um, and that she was a fence. So I knew that before we talked to him, and he more or less confirmed it. I think. Um, we made it up into a room that we had to make a decision to go left or right, and that's about where we were at, I think. There was sewer water underneath us, and we all stink like shit.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. So you guys are currently standing. I believe you guys left off in
Room
20
25.
25. Yeah. Um, so do you guys need me to give you a recap of what that room looks like, or
Yes, please.
you good to go? Okay.
I need a recap.
Room
Uh,
25.
you talk about the copper pipe room?
Yeah, the sewer.
Uh,
You guys were in room 25.
I may have that actually. I know, like, nah, my big stupid docs would be dumb.
I'll just read
Go
it from my
ahead.
notes. Uh, so room 25, uh, the room is made up of a deep pool of a darker green sludge that you guys haven't seen in the rest of the cavern. It's like this has been sitting here more stagnant than the rest of it. Um, you could definitely tell that the airflow in here is much poorer than the rest of it, and the smell is definitely awful. You have walkways going east and west, and they're tightly hugging the wall in either direction. There's this little platform that kind of extends out into the middle of it. At the end is just a little like stone platform, kind of, but there's nothing on it.
Does this look like a sacrificial altar, maybe?
No, it's not like raised. It's just flat level with the like wooden platform you guys are walking on. It's just like a flat
Mm-hmm.
stone area. The only really like
That
the only really like stains and stuff on it are from the sewage around it.
okay. I'm gonna look at the party and go east or west. looking up at Twig.
As you ask that, um, the the shopkeeper you have rescued uh, points east and says, "You mentioned the bandit camp. It's this way."
Is that who took your stuff?
They they didn't take it directly from me. I would assume they have members that travel through here just on patrol. Um, Most likely, after the rat cult grabbed me, uh, wherever I dropped the crate, one of the wanderers picked it up and took it back because it is a crate bearing their seal.
Okay. So, east then, Twig.
Yes.
With that, I start east, meticulously checking for traps as I go. On perception. Caleb?
Um, my bad. You aren't finding any traps or anything. But there is this little pipe that runs along the wall to the east. And then it turns and goes back into the wall. Uh, there's momentary like bursts of steam coming out of it. Um, but as long as you guys are moving slow and carefully, which you would be if you're checking for traps, uh, you can avoid it.
When we get to the intersection, um, I'm going to look to the shopkeeper as to a direction to travel.
So as you guys are kind of getting through like the tunnel and passing the steam pipe, uh, you get to the end of it, like right on that corner at the T, and you all realize that Styr and Brongus are not behind you.
Mother.
Uh,
Saw something shiny.
if anybody turns around and like looks back to room 25, they can see like Styr go back around that corner towards like the room 22, room 23 hallway.
But where are they going?
Are we going to have to rescue them again?
I'm sure they can handle themselves. Are we sure? I don't know.
You want to deal with this now or later?
What is everyone's passive perception?
Mine's like 16.
Anyone with a
Passive perception of
yeah,
20.
anyone with a passive perception over 15. I'm not sure who all that is. But if you have a passive perception over 15, um, you hear the sounds of like Styr's feet on the wooden walkway. Then you hear it change as he enters back into the hallway of room 22. And then you hear from Brongus, uh-oh, and Styre screams. And you hear the sound of like stone hitting stone. Like a door slammed shut or something.
Dang, gummit.
We lost them again.
Do we need to get them child leashes to keep them from running?
My child, I motion to Gaia that's near me, seems to be able to keep up with us better than they can.
And those are full-grown adults. As adult as a robot can be, I guess.
A robot that's possessed by the soul of a child.
Yeah.
He's been around a while.
But yeah, are you guys gonna go back that way or continue?
Finn goes back that way.
As you start to go back that way, the merchant is going to like put his hand in front of you to stop you for a second, as best as he can, being in his condition. He quickly says, "There are many paths and secret walkways in this place. It's best we not try to follow, as we probably won't find where they enter."
I look at the merchant and clenches my fist and says, "It just happened. What are the chances we will get lost?"
You don't know these sewers as I do. It's best to just let them follow the trail and catch back up to them.
I'll carry you. You don't seem that heavy.
I'll carry you.
You think we'll get ambushed if I did that?
If they get lost, I guess we could just go find them later.
I'd say we listen to the man who's been trapped here for a few days.
I look at the merchant, I look at everyone else, and I ask the party, "What y'all thinking?" Because we just saved.
The look on Knox's face is those two idiots just wandered off on their own. Yeah, they're. That's just the look on his face, and you don't have to roll your insight to know it. You're just thinking those two idiots
I
just
understand.
wandered off on their own.
So, the impression the merchant is the impression the merchant is trying to give you is that trying to find where they entered is going to be hard. It's most likely that they ended up in some sort of labyrinth. So it'll be hard to find them in there. And
Of course they would.
Okay.
because these
I
pipes
asked the
stretch on
merchant-
for miles. If you remember, the city is huge. It's made up of tiers that go up.
I asked the merchant, I'm like, "Who do you think he is
So,
kidnapped by,
they-
and are they in any immediate danger?"
They could have gone up or down, left, right, anywhere. And it's kind of urgent in the fact that he has to find this crate and return it to his daughter, or she's gonna kill him.
We can come back for them. They can hold their own for now.
We will come back for them.
I mean, like, the message you would get from him saying that is they will find their way out eventually. Most likely they'll end up back here. You just don't know how long it's going to take them to get back here.
Finn or I turn around and say, "Okay, we can proceed as long as they're not in any intermediate danger or can die."
We don't know that, and there's no way to know that.
They'll be fine. Maybe.
But if they don't die, I think I might kill them.
I mean, think
I
about
turn
it.
around
The worst thing
and
you
I
guys,
walk to the front
the,
of the
the worst thing
party.
you guys have seen down here is a rat cult made up of idiots that believed a giant mushroom person telling them their small bird had to go use their bathroom.
Um,
Let's keep going.
I
Left-
walk to the
left-
front of the party and
Yep.
I agree to continue forth.
would you kindly get behind me, please? Unless you could have seen traps coming.
Well, okay. I did say front of the party, my bad. Yeah, okay. Finn goes behind Knox.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, you've
look
been protecting us from traps so far.
north or south, my friend.
As you arrive at the actual like T junction of these pipes,
North, south, or straight?
the merchant is gonna say, "Well, normally we'd just continue on straight this way, but it seems the tunnel's collapsed. Uh, there should be a way around, and he'll take you up that north pipe."
All right. Continuing as before, looking for traps meticulously. I expect rogues to be putting traps for us. I got out.
It was a what?
Roll a one. It is a 12.
Ah.
I didn't roll a one.
That's good. So again, you said you're looking for traps. As
Meticulously.
as you're looking, you realize that like where that tunnel collapsed, where he said is normally the path, there's a
Yeah.
tripwire that runs across there that's been triggered. And
Some poor bastard.
as you continue on down the pipe, of course, there's the other steam pipe coming out of the wall, little bursts of steam. But as you're checking for traps, you just you can make your way through there without injury. At the end of that pipe, there's another tunnel collapse there, where you can see there is another tripwire that has been triggered.
Okay. I'm looking for tripwires.
Um,
I'm starting to see a pattern.
Further up that tunnel, you guys are still going, and everything seems fine. No traps, and you arrive at where it turns to the right, at the top.
Back to the east.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, checking for. Do I need to roll again?
No, you're good.
Okay.
So at that doorway, um, there's another tripwire there, but you can see it. It doesn't look like the same.
Okay.
Like if this one triggers, it's probably not gonna drop the ceiling on you, but it's definitely gonna hurt you somehow.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to figure out how that is.
Are you trying to figure out what it's linked to, or just the best way to disable it?
Disarm it.
Uh, what was your roll?
21.
21. So yeah, without much issue, you realize that just behind the door, like the jamb of the door, there's an open slit in the wall where a blade would drop through.
Yeah. That would be inconvenient.
At the end of that same hallway facing towards you, what looks like a normal pipe coming out of the wall has a little hole pointing in the direction towards you. Your best guess
Okay.
is there was an arrow hidden back there that probably would have been fired. But you do manage to disable the trap and continue on.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So you round that corner to the right. I assume you're still following the merchant's directions.
Yes.
Okay.
And meticulously checking for traps.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, as you continue down that way,
Oh shit.
what?
27 on perception.
Nice. Nothing's getting by you.
I got a
Absolutely
17.
nothing. You hear some scratching in the wall, and you think it might be Steyer 7 floors down. Um, so yeah, he leads you all the way up into room 20. Just down that little pathway to the right, and it curves
Okay.
into room 20.
I'm going to look in before I let the party follow me in. Just gonna, look around stealthily. Before I let the party follow, just waltz in behind me. On stealth.
Okay. So as you arrive to room 20, the orc merchant is he looks around a little bit and finds a less sewage spot and like sits down.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
You guys will notice that like room 20, the room is large and pretty much open besides those 3 columns in the middle. And there are many pipes leading from each side of it in different directions. Yeah.
Does he answer my question?
Yes. He says, I can't continue on to the bandit camp. I won't make it. It's too far a distance in my condition. I will rest here. No one else should enter except one of the bandits, and if it's one of them, I'll be safe.
And if it's not one of them,
As he said, no one else should be entering this room.
Anything we should know about these other, which pipe to take?
Okay.
Out of here?
He hands you a map and a note.
And a note?
He hands you a map and a note. You guys would notice that there's like there are lights in this room, but they are almost like I can't remember what the spell is, but it creates like balls of light. And is what?
Veldrin has it. It's either fairy fire or
But yeah, there's little like orbs of light floating around the room, just like above y'all's heads. They don't appear malicious or anything. They just are lights. On the map that he's handed you, you can see it is a map of the sewers, and on it, over one of these pipes, dancing lights. Over one of these pipes that goes to the east, specifically that middle one, the one that doesn't curve down to 17 or 18. There's a symbol on it that is glowing under this light. He says, follow that symbol to the end of the tunnel.
What's the note say?
You'll know where to go from there. He also says, do not open the note until you leave the sewer.
Okay. So, all right. Directly to it then. Wait.
Hold on, she's kind of busy. So, y'all are discussing your plans.
Dude.
All right, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the slop and start walking on water. I got a ring that says I can walk on that water.
And could have been the entire time.
Oh shit, I do too. What the fuck? You saying that reminded me that I have water walk. Oh, I'm so
I have a
pissed.
ring of water walking.
Water walk. I can swim in water.
Sure,
don't wanna swim in
you
this
sure
one.
can, Finn. You sure can.
So can I, but not this one.
Wait, I can't walk on water, can I?
No, not unless you have a spell or a magic item.
No, I've already gone this far in the water, whatever. It's fine.
I'm already here.
I'm already waist deep in shit. It's okay.
Coffee breaks over back on your heads. Oh, you guys haven't heard that joke. Do you want to hear that joke?
Of course.
See what?
A guy goes to hell and he has three options, and the devil's walking him through them. The first one opens the door, and all the souls in there are the flesh is just burning off and regrowing, and it's constant burning. And the guy's like, "No, sir." Goes to the second door. It's ice. This time it's freezing. The flesh is just freezing, and they're in constant pain because they're not getting hypothermia where it gets numb. They're just hurting all the time. He's like, "No, sir. No, sir. Let's see what door number 3 has for us." Goes to door number 3, and they're all waist deep in shit, drinking coffee. He says, "I'll take that one. I can get used to that." So he gets his cup of coffee, and he gets about his first sip, and then over the loudspeaker, coffee breaks over, back on your heads.
Oh god.
That's good. Yeah. So, what is y'all's game plan?
Twin looks to
We're
knock
gonna go? Okay. I say we go right to it, but then come back when we have to come back here to pick him up. We explore some of these other options. See what's in there.
Mm, see how it goes from
Or
there.
we try to find a place to rest.
I mean, according to the orc, this room should be safe.
We try to rest and clean up somehow. There's a according to this map, it might be some dry areas. We should consider.
You guys would notice that in room 20, like in the ceiling, there are like storm drains in the ceiling, and looking out through them, it is nighttime.
Hmm. Now's the
Yeah,
time to go check those guys out.
We've been down here a while.
Yep, we entered first thing in the morning. I have only one healing spell left.
That's the downside of
I
you
got
guys
all-
searching every hallway for traps. Not saying it was the wrong approach, just saying it takes long.
I still got quite a bit of healing stuff left.
Okay. I'm
If we
down
want
to
to keep
one.
going, we can. How does everyone
Alright.
else feel? Want to rest or want to keep going?
I'm good to keep going if we need to.
I got full health and everything. I'm good to go. I don't think I have any healing potions.
I asked Gaia if she's good to go.
I may have one, but I don't know if I have one.
She answers that she is fine.
I didn't add it to my thing, so yeah, I'm good to go. I didn't add it to my
All
thing,
right.
so I may not have one, but I'm full of health anyways.
All right.
So-
Well, let's go then, and let's proceed as usual. Proceed as we have been.
Yeah,
Checking for traps.
I'm good
Okay.
with that.
Because
As you guys go to proceed down the hallway, the orc is going to make one final comment, saying the tunnels from here on are controlled by the bandits. You should be safe.
Nice to know.
funny, this definition of safe is funny to me. Safe from the rat cultist.
He hands Knox. Like he pulls off his necklace that he's wearing, and there's a charm on the end of it, which you've seen. You would have noticed it scattered on the walls occasionally here and there. It is two crossed battle axes with like a centurion helmet sitting between the top of there's crossed axes. There's a centurion helmet here.
Okay.
He says this will keep you safe.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Knox does not put it on, but he does carry it. And like I said, he checked for traps on the way, and he got a 27 again. 17 on the die. Checking down that down that pipe all the way to the end for traps.
From what you're finding, um, there's nothing that seems off in any way. Um,
Okay.
this seems like a completely normal, safe tunnel to be traveling down.
Okay. Go all the way out the end of the tunnel.
Has anybody cast detect magic in the last little while?
No. Should I have?
Have you?
Just asking. It's just a question.
It's a
I
scary
feel
question.
like I should.
It's a very
I don't
frightening
like
question.
that. I don't like that question. I want to cast it, please. Let me find it.
Okay. You cast
You
detect
can't say
magic.
shit like that.
You cast detect magic and notice that there is a faint trace of magic on the amulet that Nox was handed.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking through this tunnel, every so often, like you'll you'll detect a magical trap. But as you guys get within range of it, the magic deactivates. You feel a pulse from the amulet as that happens.
What the hell?
You continue walking, and you can feel the trap reactivate behind you.
Uh, hey guys, let's make sure that we stay in a tight group, okay? Nox, make sure you stay in front.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say much. I'm gonna keep kind of observing what's going on.
Yeah, just like I said, every so often, just you'll detect a trap at the far end. The necklace will ping. You lose the trace of the magic, and as after you guys pass it, you feel it again behind you.
Yes, doesn't say none.
Just as you're walking down this.
Okay.
Would Nox know any
Nox-
like arcane symbols?
It's entirely possible.
Well, I ask
He does
because
cast clerical spells.
I ask because that would be the only thing he would see, possibly, walking down this pipe. He might see like one of the runes carved into the wall, just every once in a
I
while.
got a 15 on knowledge arcana, and I do cast spells. I do have spells to cast.
Okay, then yeah, you cast spells.
Clerical spells.
So yeah, he probably would have a basic knowledge of like the runes and their meaning.
It's not a trained skill, but I did roll a 15 on knowledge arcana.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, Nox would definitely see like just in the wall of the tubes every so often, just like a rune carved into it, but nothing happens
So
from the runes.
I'm gonna point at the rune, look at Yas pointedly with a question in his raising, like this, raising, asking.
Yes, he's pointing to somewhere where you previously detected magic, and as the charm got close to it, it pinged, and you don't sense the magic there.
That amulet that he gave you, it's like a magical bypass of some sort. There are traps, but they're all magical.
He gives you a thumbs up, and the pace gets picked up. Pick up the pace.
No longer searching for traps?
No need.
If there's a mechanical trap, I'll find
Risking
it.
it for the bit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys pass through this tunnel, no issues. After what feels like a really long walk, you arrive outside. There's it's just a big like drain, like you would see in a classic movie, with like the grate, but it's been torn open, and it just leads out into a little like small river.
Oh, I'm going upstream of
Sniffy.
the dump, and I'm going upstream of the dump and getting some of this smell knocked off of me. You know where it dumps out? I'm going upstream, where presumably clean water's coming down.
So, from what you can tell, this river was formed by this pipe draining out into this area. The water you're standing in is not clean.
Okay, never mind. Standing on. I've been walking on water.
Yeah, the water you're standing on is definitely not clean.
Okay, never mind.
You're not certain where this river might lead. Your best guess is the ocean, as you aren't from this area.
Right.
But you know you're up near the northern coast of
Okay.
Strumen.
So, Struman. All right. So what I will do is I will check for tracks of where the bandit might go.
Yeah, I mean there is a fully marked path.
19.
Yeah,
That's easy.
there is a straight up marked path that leads into the woods.
Okay, so
Do you guys
I
want
guess
to
follow the path.
do you guys want to check that note now that you're out of the sewer?
We gotta read
Oh,
the
yeah,
note.
Do you check the note?
yeah. Open the note.
You open it. It is in it's very fancy handwriting, but you can see it's messy, like a child was trying to copy fancy handwriting. And it says, "Father, the shipment has arrived. Go through the lower passages as always. The ones our allies so kindly keep clear for us. They grow hungry, you know. It may be wise to bring them something, or someone, lest they take matters into their own claws. Retrieve the vials and ensure they reach me before the next gathering of the council. Once the old fools take their last sip, the vacancies will be ours to claim. Their trade routes will crumble without them, and in the chaos, our plans will take root. The bandits will not hand over the goods without the proper words. When you arrive to them, say the night is darkest when the moon is new. They will respond, but even in darkness, gold still shines. Your final response should be, and power is worth more than gold. Do not fail me, Father. The others are watching. Signed, Serena."
You should send that to the campaign notes channel I just made. Yay!
Makes our lives so much easier.
When you guys cheat the system,
That's the fun thing about digital.
also
I
better
mean,
than having to ask.
what's even
Again,
crazier
same
is
time.
this is all recorded. So like you can always go
Yeah, but
back
I'm
and
not gonna go back later. I never go back.
I look at my paper and go, yeah, that happened. When do we want to take a break, by the way?
We don't have time.
that's my vote, but
Let's
it's
go
up to you
now.
guys.
My bladder disagrees.
We could take a break.
I would say take just long enough to go pee and come back.
Every
5 minute
time
break.
every single time I do that, I miss something important. It's like, hold on, guys, I need to go to the bathroom and come back, and the whole world's on fire. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, but now you have this notes channel that everyone can leave you notes in.
Why didn't we do that before? What's wrong with us?
You leave and you just see in the chat TPK.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Carson
been like
comes
5
back.
minutes.
Carson comes back to the notes channel. BK, what happened? You left. That's what happened. We went to
We're
save
missing 2
you.
characters.
We went to save you and we died.
We're missing 2 characters. We haven't had an
left,
extra
we
one.
died. You left, we died.
We have a child who has magic that doesn't know how to use it and just kind of comes out randomly.
Hey, so real quick, would this be a bad time for a quick break? I just went to the bathroom, but I gotta do something really quick.
So what
Would
I'm
this be
hearing
okay?
is 5 minute break.
Yes. He never
Hey,
returns.
hey, Josh.
It's gonna be more than 5 minutes. It won't be long.
How long?
Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, maybe 30 tops.
What?
30 minutes.
That's not
It's
a
not
little
bad.
thing.
It's almost 9. It's okay. It'll be 9:30 when I'll be back.
Josh,
30 minutes?
Why didn't you do this before?
I still have to work tomorrow.
Soon enough.
Can
I
this
may
thing wait
not
till we're
have-
done?
Hold on.
Somebody sent me.
Hold on.
Okay, maybe 15.
No, I don't believe you.
Josh,
Josh, we can't even take a 10-minute break and you'd be back in 10 minutes.
I'm usually back.
If you're not back
After
in 10 minutes,
30.
we're playing with I.
Yeah, if you're not
It
back in
depends on
10,
how long
you're falling asleep.
It depends on how
Oh,
long
I'm
it
falling
takes.
asleep.
You're gonna take a nap.
You're sleeping in the shit river.
If you don't come back in 10 minutes, the party's going forward and your wish ring already activated.
Give me 15, 20 tops.
You get 15.
15, and that's all you get.
I know
No.
that won't be enough.
The good news is, if you guys continue and play this smart, there won't be combat.
Don't
Okay.
say that. There's gonna be
I'm
combat.
really sorry.
Let's-
I
okay,
gotta do
so-
something really
This is
quick.
us we're talking about.
Okay. But Emily, I convinced those guys that I just needed to go to the bathroom.
we could continue without Josh then.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
but
it'll
these
be
are bandits, not the
I
cultists.
won't be long. I will not be too long. Okay.
This is your motivation to come back
I'm really
quickly.
sorry.
We'll tell you what happened.
It'll be in the notes
It won't
channel.
be long. Should be.
Go ahead, Emily. Go take a bathroom break real quick, and then we'll.
Yep.
I'll be
Josh,
back.
what happened?
I will be right back.
Yeah, sure you will.
I will be what?
I don't even know
Okay.
you that well, and I know that that's not true.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
Creature of habit. And
Well,
that
Alrighty, we returned from our break. Down a player, he had something to do, but he said he'll be back quickly. We'll see. So, you guys are standing outside of the sewers that you just went through. There's the storm drain behind you with the little river of sewage leading off into the brush. And ahead of you is a fully marked path that just leads deeper into the forest area north of the
Is
city.
it still dark?
It is. It is still dark. You would estimate it was probably less than an hour of you guys walking through that pipe. So
Oh,
it's
yeah, we moved a lot quicker because of the trap thing.
Yep.
So,
This was also just literally a straight pipe that led all the way out. No turns, nothing.
you guys give me, so if you guys give me about 40-foot, 60-foot lead, I'll scout ahead quietly and report back if there's going to be problems, and
Okay.
meet you. Is that, and if you guys just follow along at your normal pace, I'll be back. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
This is an 18 step. Good. Great. Scout ahead of the party. Because I do not require light.
Yep.
I don't think any of us do.
None of the three of you guys do. Um, Actually, I don't think anybody does.
Steyr.
Steyer did.
Yeah, but his eye is literally a light.
Yeah,
But it's
he
not
wanted
that
off.
bright though. Pretty sure, like out of brightness, Steyer's probably the least. Yask is the second brightest, and Twig is the brightest.
Yeah, that is another thing, Williams, you've realized is you're standing outside at night and you've got two walking glow sticks behind you.
One
That's
of
why
them,
I gave myself 60 feet.
one of them way more bright than the other one. Yeah, but Yask can control theirs by themselves, so Twig can't.
Yeah, if I gotta shut it off, I can. But that's not fun.
I'm the beam.
Well, on the bright side, that should give me an advantage at running stealthily.
Running away.
Being stealthy ahead of them about 60 feet or so.
Bye, Twig.
But yeah, so heading down this path, William, times, you don't really see anything except a few like patrols. Although even if they did see you, they don't seem to be saying anything. Just continuing on their patrol route.
Okay. Bandit patrols, or
It's bandits, yeah. What you've noticed is most of these bandits seem to be gnolls. But they seem much more intelligent than gnolls you've seen.
I see.
Like I said,
So
these
they
guys
don't
are
want
wearing
to
like
be-
these guys are wearing armor and carrying on conversations walking through the woods.
and they don't seem to react. Well, clearly they don't seem to react to me, but do they react to the glow sticks?
Is that what we're called now?
The pair of
Or
glow
just
sticks.
the glow sticks?
The glowing twins.
As they get
Glow bugs.
as they get a little further like behind you going back towards them, you do start to hear them, oh, there's a light over here, there's a light. And move a little quicker.
All right, I'll head back that direction towards the party.
Would we be able to hear that?
What is would you guys be actively listening for anything? Or are you guys just walking through the woods?
Twig would probably be listening. Being in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the woods brings back memories, you know?
Okay, yes, would you be actively listening for anything or just carrying on?
To be honest, probably not.
Okay. So,
I'm just watching Nox way up
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah.
Emily, what is your passive perception and Anna roll perception?
My passive is 12.
So you don't hear anything, okay?
Cool.
Perception?
Yep.
I got 20. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, thank God.
I got a 25.
But it was a nat 20 plus 5?
It was a 19 plus 6.
Oh, okay. Damn. How do you have a plus 6?
I don't know.
She could see me coming.
Yeah.
With that,
I'm just good, I
behind the
guess.
nose
Okay.
this time around.
So yeah, you would have heard the gnolls up in the distance, like their plates clanking with them stopping and saying there's a light up ahead.
With that, there's like shrubbery around, right?
Oh yeah, like you guys are right on the edge of a forested area.
I'm going to.
Like there's underbrush. The only thing that looks cleared is like this path.
I'm going to kind of nudge Gaia towards Yask and repeat what I heard and tell you to hide somewhere.
If I were to, hypothetically,
Mhm.
if I were to cast invisibility on Twig, would that turn off the light?
Just a random light plus somewhere.
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works.
I'm asking because I can turn mine off, but they can't.
I believe it.
So if I cast invisibility on them, we could hide better, I think, and not have to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twig's not hiding. They are definitely like essentially ordering you to go hide with Guy.
Can I, because because when I cast it, it's by touch. Can I just touch Twig, cast invisibility, turn off my light, and then like hop in a bush with Gaia?
Of course. Roll stealth for hopping in that bush.
Cool.
And make sure you mark off the slot for casting invisibility.
Roll the hop.
For stealth, that is going to be a dirty 20.
Whoa.
But that's disadvantage. Let me roll again.
Let's see how this works out.
What's the disadvantage from?
Because of my armor.
Oh, okay.
So you're not proficient in your armor,
And
or is it just?
I'm not. I'm not proficient in it. I haven't really been working with it, so that's probably why. That is still an 18 for stealth.
Okay.
Because I got lucky.
Well, Twig, you're invisible. Gaia and Yask are in a bush, and Nox is behind them somewhere. Okay. You have these two knoll guards, which you guys would now see. I don't know if Yask would have encountered any gnolls, but I know Twig probably would have seen a couple at least.
Probably not.
And just like Nox, Twig, these gnolls seem much more intelligent than any other gnoll you've seen. Most gnolls are very animalistic, but these are standing upright, wearing armor, and speaking.
You know I'm following him, right?
Yes, yeah. How far away are you? You said 40 to 60 away from them?
Yes.
How closely are you following the gnolls?
I want to keep the wind in my face, and that's about, maybe 20 feet.
So yeah, you probably would have seen Yask touch Twig, Twig disappear, and Yask jump in a bush.
Okay. Did they see it and react?
They did not, from what you're seeing. They're just walking that way at the same pace. Just searching, looking
If he was
around.
here, he would have ran up, screamed, "Hey, why are you standing up?" And then it would have come back.
So,
About when they're in the vicinity of where I saw or Twig disappear,
Mhm.
I'm gonna let myself be seen and speak, gentlemen, and I'm gonna show the talisman.
As soon as you say the word gentleman, they turn around, stop, and see that you're holding out the little necklace he gave you.
Yeah.
They say, "Oh, it's just one of us." They turn around and continue on their patrol.
I openly display the talisman or keep it in hand to display, and motion to the others to follow me.
Considering Gask and Guy are in the bush, I'm going to telepathically tell them so. That's what Nox said.
I'm gonna pop up first, kind of look around, and then let Gaia come out with.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Guy's gonna look at you and say, "You didn't have to grab me like that," and then keep walking.
Sassy little teenager.
While she's saying that, I'm gonna make Twig non-invisible because it's a concentration.
Yeah, you just end it.
And now we have the glow stick back.
Now we have the glow stick back, but we're just walking openly.
Yeah, the gnolls turn around because the forest is immediately lit up again, and they're like, "What?" Then they see you're there, and they're like, "Oh, okay, okay."
They're like, oh, he's there with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That
just
would have been a
continue.
hell of an ambush for him, I'm telling you. Twig coming out of there at clubbing. Out of invisibility.
Yeah.
I have an added layer of my child is now around.
So now we just walk openly, and anybody I encounter, I just throw the.
Yeah, you pass several more like I'm saying squad, but it's two. Like each of the patrols is two. Two of them.
Oh, okay. Man patrols. All right. So I just, like I said, I pass them as we pass. I flash the talisman and keep walking.
Yeah, it's almost like driving around here and like everybody waves at you like they know you, but they don't. They just see you got your talisman out, and they go, "Oh, hi, okay," and then continue on. After a bit of walking, you guys come up on uh, as you're walking, like the forest around the path just gets more and more dense. But eventually it opens up into like a kind of clearing. Like there's still tree cover, but there's not like bushes and stuff blocking the walking of anything. Um, and it looks like it's like an abandoned stone quarry that's just been carved into the ground here within this little area. You can see like wooden scaffolding and rope bridges crisscrossing like the upper levels of it. And there's these patrols, the groups of two, are just everywhere. You can see torches flickering against makeshift tents, and there are like some actual wooden buildings kind of in the bottom of the pit.
All right. Well, I head to where it looks like the command post might be.
Okay, just inside, like just past where the clearing kind of starts to open up, there's like the wooden fortifications, the little spikes and stuff. And as you enter, you said you're heading for what looks like it would be the head of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like at the bottom, and it takes you a good amount of time to get down there. So this thing is surprisingly deep. There is a massive like iron cage sitting in the center, and there is a pretty large group of you would imagine they're slaves, people they've kidnapped. They're in rags. They don't look healthy. You can tell they've been beaten and starved. Just probably 10 or 15 people in this metal cage, just shoved in.
Now, these are humans or
They are all races.
animal creatures like everybody else?
There's humans, beast folk, all. There's some elves. People from all over the place are just shoved into this cage. This is standing room only, and if you aren't standing, you're getting trampled by everyone else.
Okay.
You can see a fire pit a short distance away. There's 7 or 8 bandits surrounding that. And you can smell a meal that's been prepared, and you can hear the rowdy laughter and clashing of tankards. All of these bandits, by the way, are wearing dark, ragged clothing. It's reinforced with patchwork leather and like bits of scrap metal. All of them are wearing either a red cloth sash or a bandana. They're all wearing hoods and masks. Uh, some of the masks are do what?
How they drink it through the masks?
It's not like a full. It's
Oh,
like a Zorro
eyes
kind of
only?
thing. Yeah. It looks to be the upper part of either a wolf skull, a jackal skull, or a rat skull. Giant rat skull.
Okay. I am going to make a very pointed look at Twig, kind of inviting him to talk to me in his head, through my head.
Only the non-knoll bandits are wearing the masks, by the way. Any of them that are a knoll are not wearing a mask.
Okay. Kind of staring into your eyes, Twig, like, talk to me.
Let me check this real quick.
You do talk with your mind, right?
Yes, I speak telepathically 99% of the time.
It's not like I can open that channel.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at you like, and I'm thinking do we kill all these people now or later?
What's your suggestion?
We start with their leadership now. Do we have the people to do it?
I look to Gask.
I feel like we should get what we came for first.
We have no
Okay.
idea where that would be.
Nods, Knox nods his head in affirmation of that thought and looks where the Knowles or leadership might be.
So not far from that fire is one of those big wooden buildings, and it's slightly bigger than the rest of them. Like most of them are little like wooden shacks that have locks and stuff on them. Um, this one is like 2-story, and it's got
Okay.
big red flags and the that same symbol, the crossed battle axes with the centurion helmet.
I go up to it, knock on the door.
The little like wooden latch thing opens at the top. You see a pair of eyes. They look you up and down. Do you show the crest?
I show the crest.
As soon as he sees the crest, it snaps shut. You hear a series of locks being opened, and then the door opens. Standing behind the door is a very large gnome. What's your business?
The night is darkest when the moon is new.
Oh God. Here's the note.
Where's the note?
He says, "Oh, but even in darkness, gold still shines."
And power is worth more than gold.
He steps out of the way and like gestures into the building. you enter, and this room is surprisingly clean. Like, there's like the cobwebs and stuff.
Is it
But-
just Knox entering?
I mean, you all could have entered if you want.
I'm
Did
just
you all
standing
enter?
awkwardly here?
Yeah, we're just standing awkwardly outside.
Are you?
Considering he didn't tell us anything and he just kind of left, I think probably. Is that a...
So you guys are just standing outside?
I guess so. This is our decision.
All right.
That is exactly what happened with Kata and Eric. They weren't given the signal, so they didn't follow it.
So, I'll give you a little bit of a description of this gnoll that opened the door. He can only be described as a hulking brute. He has tiny, beady eyes and thick, bristled fur. He's wearing a tattered cloak that looks like it's made from stitched together hides, and he's wielding a large spiked club. Looks like it's been pieced together from an old iron fence.
The Knox episode.
As you enter a little further into the building, Knox, like I said, the room is surprisingly clean. There's a smell in here, but by your guess, it's coming from the gnoll that opened the door, not the room itself. Like, he smells worse than the sewage you just came out of.
Okay.
Sitting further inside of this wooden room is 3 very ornate chairs. And sitting in those chairs, from left to right, in the 3 chairs, the left chair is a turtle. He looks very old. He's covered in scars. And he also has a massive iron club sitting next to him. In the middle chair is another gnoll. He looks just as big as the one that opened the door, but he's got a massive meat cleaver. His armor is a mix of chain and leather, and covering like all of the belts and straps and stuff of his armor is fingers, teeth, and a variety of bones. You would assume those to be his trophies. And on the right is a tabaxi. They have sleek black fur and piercing green eyes. They have a pair of daggers on their sides, as well as a series of syringes on a belt strap. You would assume this one to be female. As you enter, the gnoll in the center stands up, and in a very loud voice that both Yask and Twig hear from outside, he says, "State your business."
Come for the vials.
Serena's got a new pet, I see. Well, you've come to the right place. he gestures towards the knoll that opened the door. Says, "Go get them." That knoll steps into a room behind the like thrones that these people are sitting on, and he walks out with a big crate. And you can hear like the clinking of vials and glass inside it. Like there's like test tubes in racks, and they're all like clinking together as their crate is shaking.
Okay. I motion for him to bring it out to big, and I say the big one.
Uh, the head the head gnoll looks at you and says, "Nope." Then the gnoll sits it on the table in front of you.
All right.
That leader one continues on with, "I assume the agreed upon amount is still in transit."
Of course.
"It better be, or Serena knows what will be happening."
Incline my head like, of course, without saying anything.
He sits back down and just stares at you.
I'll pick up the vials or the crate. I got a strength of 15. I should be able to handle it, right?
Yeah, it's heavy, but it's not like that heavy. I would say it's the crate he's just handed you is probably about the size of like a milk crate. So it's not like huge and unwieldy. It's just not going to be easy for you to carry a long distance.
Okay. And I'll head towards the exit. Like that was the plan all along.
As you're heading towards the door, the leader gnoll will stand up again. He stabs the other gnoll with his meat cleaver. That gnoll makes no noise, just pulls the knife back out, hands it to the leader, walks over and opens the door.
I make no reaction.
Oh boy. It's like, oh man.
Welcome back.
Thank
The
you.
most perfect timing.
Why? Combat?
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyway,
And
You're gonna have
I,
to watch the recording.
so yeah,
Change the status to fit what just happened.
I made note of it, but kept walking.
okay. So yeah, that gnoll that just got stabbed walks over, opens the door, lets you walk right on out, and shuts the door.
I hand the box to
It is
Twig.
beautiful.
As soon as you get outside, you can hear the sounds of what sounds like two very large beings fighting.
Oh boy.
It's like you're hearing the sounds of fists hitting flesh.
What the hell?
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, I didn't hire any monkeys for this trip. I start back
There are
up
plenty of them
around.
around here.
Like, I expect people to follow me this time.
I
Are you still carrying the crate?
No, I handed it to Twig.
Okay.
When
And I motioned for us to move and just keep and walk like I own this joint.
you're just leaving the camp, Twig ass. we can't just leave these people, can we?
What do you think I was asking you earlier?
Well,
I'm just going through gritted teeth because
So are you guys headed towards the exit?
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
am.
are you looking to see if anybody's following or just going for it? Because I know you said something
I'm
about
watching.
let's get out of here.
I made motion. Let's go, and with the expectation of come on.
So you don't notice anybody following you. Um,
I turn around and I get really close to Twig. Look him in the eye, or look up at him in the eyes, with the thought of what? You said accomplish the first mission, come back full strength. Yes, I want to kill every single flavor here. Which is it? Do we do it now? Or do we come back full strength?
for Twig and Yask, while Nox was inside, you guys watched a cart, horse-drawn cart, pull up, open its doors. Several of the gnolls that were at the fire got up, went over, and just pulled people out of that metal cage, threw them into the back of that wagon, shut the door, shut the cage, and that wagon rolled out. And it seems like just as soon as that wagon was pulling out, another one was backing in and dropping off more slaves. Like I said, you're watching humans, elves, dwarves, and the beast races move in and out of this metal cage.
how many of us are even damaged? I didn't know.
As you guys all,
I think Nox, are you?
did you guys continue on out of the camp, like back onto the path?
I think Twig and Nox are just at each other's throats right now. This is essentially what's going on. We haven't moved. I'm gonna clack my beak at you. Clearly very aggressive.
If we kill him now. We start now. There are three big ones in there. I'd say set that building on fire. And that's what he's not saying, but thinking towards Twig. To see if Twig understands him. Because Twig answered me.
How many are around us right now? Do we have a number? Okay.
She's doing a head count there. Or I'll do a head count. What's a head count when she asked that? Or he asked that? Caleb?
I didn't have the button pushed. So there are 7 or 8 in the at the little fire pit that was there. Okay, there are at least 4 inside of that main building you went into.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen, your best guess is at least 10 of these 2-man patrols. and there are 4 guards surrounding that metal cage in the center. You do not know how many are in the other buildings. There are 2 other buildings. They're smaller than the one you went into, but you don't know how many are in there. Nobody has entered or exited those buildings since you've gotten here.
I tell you that exactly.
We will look over now wherever Guy is standing.
Right now
Really
we're 2 down.
Really thinking for a moment,
Right now we're 2 down.
and then
Lost in a wandering off and lost in something, doing God knows what.
they look at Gaia, look at the people, and then just like bellow in anger and start walking towards the exit.
Has Twig's bellow been described to you, Williams?
No.
It's
Have you heard an alligator bellow before?
No, actually no.
Oh wow! I'll find a short video real quick.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I got it here.
Alligator bellow.
anyway.
I've heard it before, but I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, that's the sound that Twig makes.
Y'all just heard an alligator bellow noise.
That's the closest real world sound we can think of that would be.
Pretty sure none of y'all have really heard that. Maybe once or twice.
I've definitely heard that before. Okay.
Not good. Williams is searching for that.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah, you gotta deal with 2 ads. Or is it 3 now? I think it's 3,
Oh,
right?
come on, I don't want to.
There's 3 now.
Want an alligator bellow. What the hell?
You're muted.
I gotta say, I used to talk shit about the people that paid for YouTube Premium, but I can't anymore because I paid for it.
It's so much.
I remember
so
that.
nice.
I remember you telling me about that.
I've had it for years, and now we use it for our TV instead of paying for cable. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I'm always been with YouTube Premium.
See, I don't use it like for music or anything, because I also pay for Apple Music for my
Kinda
music.
twitched a little bit and water shook off of him.
Yeah, I love Music Premium.
I don't know. I just hate that like finding music on YouTube is hard to do without it having like 17 seconds of silence at the beginning and end.
I'm like the loudest.
And then like all of the music is recorded at different volumes, so like you can't put it on at a volume and just listen to it.
I sent a video in the general.
Okay, so that's new.
That's it. Yeah. Nox just had a giant monster aggressively snap in their face, and then when they realized he had a point, they did that.
By the way, the sound of Twig clacking their beak, we have in our soundboard.
Yeah. That thing. That's a shoebill stork.
That's what it sounds like when they clack their beak.
I see.
Closest thing we can get to it.
They normally do like just 3 clacks though, not 15.
Yeah.
I am memorizing the camp on the way out.
So from you memorizing it, what you can tell is this is a very basic layout. you can see that these guys very clearly were looking for somewhere to hunker down and build a camp. They found this pit and went, cool, these buildings will fit there, we'll build them there. There's no complicated fortresses or tight corridors. It is a straight path from the top to the bottom. 3 buildings and a metal cage. The only like traps you've seen are the spike walls that go around the top of the pit.
Okay.
As you guys get to the like entrance, you see like the doors for a gate are there. They're just wide open. And you hear the sounds of Nox. It's the sounds that you were hearing as you walked out of that main building. 2 very large beings beating the shit out of each other.
And where's this happening?
It's gone from inside of that building to outside of that building. They're still in that little bottom part, but like now you can hear the cheers of those people that are around the fire. One guy's like, kick his ass! You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's a small crowd gathering around it. You can see that probably 3 or 4 of these patrols have stopped patrolling and come up to watch the fight.
So they're distracted, you say?
They are.
So someone with stealth, you might say.
Highly possibly.
You could possibly.
Perchance.
Oh, yeah, stealth.
Perchance.
You could say.
All right, let's do it.
We don't have our sneakiest character here with us, unfortunately, but I think we have our second sneakiest.
The only reason your most sneaky character is the most sneaky is because he's 4 feet tall.
He's 4 feet tall and he
True.
has no intelligence stats at all.
Nope. I'm fairly certain his highest stat is charisma.
That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
Do we-
One
do we
second,
all-
and I'll tell you.
Do we all just look back at the commotion? And
Nope,
just...
I was wrong. He has a 19 in dexterity,
Okay.
14 in constitution and wisdom, a 12 in charisma, a 9 intelligence, and 8 strength.
What's his stealth?
+7.
He's not the most stealthy.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Oh,
Does he
Ah.
have the most sleight of hand?
He does. +10.
Okay.
Damn.
he's the pickiest pocket.
He also has a +10 in acrobatics. Wow.
And I specialize in stealth and survival. I can track a part in a windstorm.
Wow.
Sounds like I'm gonna have to learn how to optimize characters. Because what the hell?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
You should send me a rogue.
I'm sorry.
Play with William.
I gotta say, I'll give you a secret. It's know where you want your character to end up so you know where to start.
That is, yeah. Know what most DMs require you to know. You know, to see stuff, to survive stuff. Most DMs are looking for perception and in the roguish type.
Twig is going to.
For survival.
Twig's going to look at Nox and say, "Is that a good enough distraction?"
Might be. I can entangle them. weapons. Ones that don't make, don't save.
Did you unlock the cages and sneak the people away?
We could try.
Can we see the locking system on the cages?
It looks like a very simple iron lock,
Um,
except there are like 4 of them.
On each cage.
There's only one cage.
Oh.
There's one massive like dome cage in the center.
I'll go try that, but you guys need to be in position and ready to fight.
Gotta tell you, if you are opening this cage, if you are going to open it, whoever does it needs to be strong.
To open the cage?
To open the door to the cage.
Okay.
If you don't send the person with lots of strength, there needs to be 2 of you to open this door.
Can Twig like position themselves in front of Nox, almost like covering what he's doing and looking like they're watching them from a distance, like everyone else is?
Wait, weren't you invisible earlier?
It was invisible, yeah. But not. But it's from our spellcaster who can't cast too many right now.
Yeah, I already used both of them.
Oh.
And I think our hour's up, so I don't even think I could redo it in the hour time limit anyway. I was just thinking about that.
Well, we either risk it or we don't. Now it is a good distraction. I can probably get down there.
Maybe.
Probably get those locks undone. I'm not sure I'm strong enough to pull that open.
My question is, what do we do with the vials?
Oh, I have a plan for that.
Go. I was just gonna say go hide them in the bush near the
I was gonna say, where are we gonna put them? Because if they get damaged, then we're fucked.
Are we though?
She'll probably kill us instead.
Once we get paid,
We're trying to have no one die that shouldn't die. You know.
No, that woman should die. Did you read that note? That woman should die. She's doing something.
I'm talking about the orc guy. The merchant.
Yeah, that orc. The orc, ironically enough, is the one that's not the one worth killing.
Yeah,
He's just
that's what I'm saying.
But we should kill his daughter. Shall we?
I say we don't. It just like purposely.
Look, they don't have a good relationship, but that doesn't mean we should kill her.
She's
I think Nox
on
should.
assassinating government officials. That's how that note reads to me, anyway.
I think Nox should go try to unlock the cage, and if it succeeds, Twig will waltz over and open it.
Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to make a young Gaia so I have like a character reference to look at.
I'm making a young guy. Yeah, I have what Gaia is when she's supposed to be older, but not.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that and taking the options just at the lower level ones.
So, approached from the side not seen by the fight, while everybody's looking at the fight.
I'm gonna tell Gaia to hide with Yask in the bushes again. Let's give him 1 second, real quick.
Sorry.
You gotta get all those
We're
levels.
figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1 second is real quick. Sarcasm.
Twig and Nox gonna be at each other's throats again, like.
Dude, just me and Finn are just here.
Listen,
We're
I love
watching y'all just bicker and fight. We're just standing there.
I love when D&D players fight with each other in character. It's the best thing ever. Characters who flirt with each other or fight with each other. Love those roleplay moments. They're usually some of the best.
Hold on.
Caleb's got to take the
Everything's happening. I have a feeling we're gonna have a fight on our hands to deal with.
It's a possibility.
I'm coming up with like a plan in my head just in case. I have like the whole situation up here.
So how did Gaia's and Yask's tic-tac-toe game go?
Yask likes to keep pretending that
Yeah,
they
quiet.
let her win, but in reality, they're just really bad at tic-tac-toe.
They're just really bad. They get too.
They
get too
play to make a pattern, not to win.
They get too distracted with like what they're doing that they didn't realize that the person won 3 rounds ago.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting on you, Caleb. Don't worry.
Oh wait, sorry. My mom
That's
called.
sarcasm. Because both Twig and Nox have something to say.
To each other
Oh,
as a fight.
one of mine's directed to Caleb. The other one is what Nox is doing. So we kind of need Caleb right now. I'm gonna change my profile picture again. I made 2 good pieces of art, alright, here recently.
You really did.
I love my new rendering style.
I'm still deciding if I want to change mine on here to the one that I have on Instagram. But like this one's just so simple and so easy to see, both small and big, that I kind of don't want to. It's just such a good style for a profile picture. But I worked so hard on the other one, and I like how it turned out.
They're both
And
good.
And it's not me in a mask because I made that back in 2020.
Where masks were required.
Where I basically was just living in one. So all of my photos are me in the same black mask.
He's on his way.
No, he's here.
What's his face said he was on his way.
Yeah, well, he's here now.
He's just
Tyler?
muted. No. Finn.
Ben? I thought he was there.
No, he left to go do something for a little bit and came back.
Oh, he did it again?
No, the first time. You're good. We say so much in the chat, it's kind of hard to tell who said what and when.
And where?
And where.
She growled at me. Growled at me.
Who?
The profile picture change.
What?
I don't know. It felt like a reaction.
Oh, I didn't know that it would change that fast. I like that picture. It's a nice picture. I love drawing Yask scales too. It's very fun to me.
Camera's not working.
Damn.
What can?
Created a young Gaia, but I didn't add her to the campaign.
I'm still just confused on what's going on.
I'm creating a young version of Gaia, so I have the character sheet.
I'm still just confused.
We're making a plan to sneak and save a bunch of these slaves that are trapped in a big cage in the middle of this kind of like camp. But there might possibly be a fight, and Gaia might possibly have to be a part of it. So we need to make a character sheet that he could play.
So I'm having to transpose a level 20 character sheet to.
A kid.
Yeah.
The hand.
Is this because Staya isn't here?
All right,
No,
on
it's just because Gaia's with us, and she can fight now.
Fair enough.
And she might have to.
Stress is swig out, but
I want to teach her right now more for defense of herself and not offense, because that's not a good way to learn.
Yask has essentially become the secretary.
At this
All
point,
right.
yeah.
I need you to pick her spells.
First, it was like, here's my friend who will sometimes babysit you if I really, really need them to. To, this is your second guardian. They can now scold you as well.
They can grab you by the arm.
Okay. So Anna's picking the spells for Gaia right now.
Ox got a 23 on stealth.
Okay.
Disappearing into the brush.
While he disappears.
None of these are going to get over that. So.
Twig.
Or anywhere near it to try and sense you.
Twig told Gaia to hide in the brush with Yask. Just go hide in the brush.
I'm going to approach from the opposite side from where the fight is. The cages?
Mm-hmm.
The cage.
I'm listening.
And pick that lock.
So all 4 of those locks are on that one side.
Oh.
So like there's only one door to this cage.
Okay. I will pick. Do I have to roll for each lock?
Yes.
Whilst remaining hidden.
Yes, yes, that does it.
Okay. Second one. Ah, that's better. 26.
Either my Wi-Fi is getting bad, or it's only when Nox speaks, but it gets really bad.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure that was my Wi-Fi.
No, I got it too.
Okay, it's been happening
Is
a
that the
few
music?
times, but it could have been me.
I think it might be because your wife. Oh wait, no, your camera's off. And that's not the problem.
I turned my camera back off because it wasn't working anyway.
Yeah, that might be what it was.
It's all good.
Was pulling your camera.
Yes, yes.
Wi-Fi been pretty strange since the thundershowers last night.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I don't think anybody's Wi-Fi has been good since then.
Yeah, I think they've got some nodes down or something.
Probably.
4 locks picked, and I'm going to try to get the strongest looking captured person in there to assist me quietly.
Okay, if you're gonna try and get the slaves to help you, you're gonna need to get 3 of them, which is doable. But yeah, it'll be like all 4 of you guys.
Okay.
Because, like I said, these guys are all skin and bones. They're not in good shape. But yeah, you guys do get the cage open, and you said, what are you trying to do with the store? Just get it open, or do it?
Just get it open. And now I'm directing the slaves out in the most stealthy route I can pick.
Roll sleight of hand to see how quietly you can get this gate open. Because, like I said, there would normally be 4 guards around this cage. 3 of them stepped over to the fight. There's still 1 guard standing here at the cage.
Okay, I got a 26 on sleight of hand.
Okay, easy. Yeah, you guys watch as anyone who can actually see him. Yeah, the gate. You guys end up working together. You get the gate open. It opens. You haven't alerted anyone yet.
Now they just
Alright.
gotta go off the back way near the trees.
Yep. I'm going to draw my rapier, and I'm going to try to direct, and my sword offhand, and I'm positioning myself to attempt to assassinate that guard should he alert to and silence that guard with stabbed at the throat from behind.
Mhm.
And should he alert to the slaves flipping out the most stealthy route I've got my helpers to guide people out.
Okay, I'm gonna get you guys to roll initiative, just for in case anything does actually kick off. All right. Sound good? It was what?
18.
18. Okay.
I got 11.
All right. Anna?
15.
Josh.
This music is stressing me out.
Sorry.
No, it's good. This is good.
That's the point.
That's what we want.
Josh, give me your initiative.
It is. Huh, 13. You heard that?
Yep.
Okay, my mic. The speakers on my mic was up.
Yeah, you're good. Wow. Gaia goes first when shit hits the fan.
Really?
Yes.
That's not good.
My baby.
Does she
Okay.
technically get surprised because she's in a bush with me?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends on if she uses that as a surprise or she just jumps into combat. We'll see when that happens. Anyway, Williams, you said you're trying to hit this first one. Phil?
I am positioning myself if he alerts
Okay.
to assassinate him if he alerts. And
Yes, hon.
let's see. I'm choosing him. I'm using my 100 cents on him while I'm
It's not a spell you
standing
learn,
behind him.
It's just a
Choose a creature I can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
The only resistances you can see are the normal null resistances.
Dang, I'm. I wonder how Gaia's attack's gonna be.
Hard hitting, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Well, now it's lowered.
Not as hard hitting, that's for sure.
Correction, not as hard hitting.
Reckless, most likely.
Fear.
Untrained.
Probably gonna hit one of us.
I'm probably gonna have to jump in front at some point. I'm not gonna lie. Might have to take a hit. We'll see.
That's Twig's job.
You. Well, I'm directly with her, so I could shove her. It's okay.
What was that?
Oh, we lost him.
No, we lost him. He was needed.
He's like the most important person right now. Fox is taking a nap in a tree now, I guess. Someone's gonna have to jump in and lead the people to the forest.
We're dead.
Hey, he's back.
Alright.
Hey, everybody.
Woo!
Hey, son.
Thought we lost you.
My computer crashed,
Oh, damn.
but I got it on my phone. Well, the Wi-Fi on my computer crashed.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if I can. Okay, I'm staying connected. I got D&D Beyond on my phone. Yeah, my Wi-Fi says it's still up, but it's still not connected. Why are you not connected? Yeah, my computer just up and disconnected, and I was rolling. It says no internet.
He's like, let me tell you about this god.
All right. Well, anyway, my computer's. Knox, there you are. All right, I have Knox. So where am I at? What happened?
I have him. Nothing. We're still working on getting Gaia set up.
Oh, okay.
You got chat locked down at any point.
I don't know why I'm disconnected. Why am I disconnected?
Mikhail's also rolling things.
Yeah, I'm rolling the 800 initiatives.
The what now?
800. What now? Okay,
Guys,
I'm gonna.
I think the Fox is.
Hold on, I'm gonna be. There. Close all. Discord. I'm gonna hang up on this call because it looks like I got internet back on my phone or computer again.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna be rolling for a few minutes?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more I need to roll for.
All right, hold on. I'll be back.
thought this, I was doing the whole thing wrong. So I gotta figure out how to actually add spells. I don't know how to do this.
Hold on.
All right, I'm back.
And I just discovered, I guess I've been doing the spell thing wrong, and I don't know how, because every source is telling me the same thing, so I have to wait on Caleb.
Okay. What do you mean? You're good. Whatever she's got, that's what she's got. That's fine. I got it.
If she's bad at playing, I'm sorry, guys, I don't know how to select spells for sorcerers. Clearly.
Start at the highest level you can get and pick the ones you want on the way down. That way you don't run out of spell slots before you get to the high level spells.
Oh, I started at the lowest one, so oopsie doopsie. I'll figure it out later.
Don't worry, I didn't know how to pick spells either. You're good.
I'm very irritated right now.
Yeah, no one really tells you how.
I'm just reading all the things and I'm like, I don't understand. Anyway, we're good.
Just
now.
pick some for now. We can fix it later.
It
As
can
a
be fixed.
TPK.
They can be placeholders.
Hey, on the bright side, we can get together and do a role character building session.
No, she's built. Like I have her stuff. It's just removing things now is difficult.
Oh, you might have to have DM authority to do that, and I don't have that on mine.
Yep. Anyway, how does this play out now?
Now that we have her built, what do we do?
Now that we have small Gaia built.
Fight
Okay, Nox picked open the locks. You guys got the slaves out. Knox positioned himself in a way that he could kill the guard if anything happened. Correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Big demented guy hide in a bush with gas.
Got that written down almost.
Okay. So from there, what else is everybody doing?
I was reading to you Hunter's action.
Okay.
Whilst I'm studying this dude, I'm immediately learned a creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what that creature is, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic. It's called Hunter's Sense, and I'm using it to detect to see if he has any of the above, especially vulnerabilities.
Okay.
And as a
So,
bonus, he is my prey.
he has none.
No vulnerabilities?
No vulnerabilities.
All right.
None?
Yeah, like nothing that he's especially weak to.
Okay. And he, as a bonus action, you designate one creature you can see within 60 feet. And the first time each turn that you hit that target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra d6 damage. He is my prey.
Okay.
So I'm all of that on this guy. I'm just if he detects the slaves before he can act, my readied actions are everything I can do to produce damage to him in one fell swoop, including my sneak attack. Now I got to see what Caleb's up to because I can't see anything. You reading up?
No, I'm creating a map in the D&D Beyond map builder.
He wasn't prepared. We do that. How's Yas doing in the bush with my child?
I'm getting itchy.
It's not the response I expected.
She hid in the poison ivy.
Oh no, you not
Oops.
hit in the poison. I think. Roll to see if you hit
Listen.
in the poison.
Listen, it's dark.
You dark vision.
So,
If it's leaves of 3, leave them be. Don't hide in them.
I had other priorities, man. I'm just yelling at you from the bush.
Guys, just like sighing.
Oh, I
Looking
figured
at
this is
you.
an out of game.
Okay.
They're speaking telepathically. It's okay.
All right. If you guys are on the D&D Beyond, you should be able to go in to where it says launch maps.
sign
No, no,
on
no.
a
On D&D
Facebook
Beyond. Look at the campaign
D&D Beyond.
overview.
Oh, okay. My campaigns. There we are. View campaign. Game log.
I don't know where you want me to go.
We don't have launch maps.
Hmm.
That's probably just for you.
Yeah, we can sign in with above ETT and see the map if you launch it. Oh shoot.
To be honest with
I
you,
do.
I'd rather just have a screenshot on the Discord.
It's easier to find that way.
We can always come back to it. I changed the status to
So where is Twig right now? Just next to the bush? Like
next to
pretending to be a tree?
Did you guys get it?
I would say Twig might be at a distance, like acting like they're just watching the fight from a distance with their arms crossed, nowhere near the prison they have, so they don't alert their eyes to it.
Yask was kind of crouched in a defensive position, ready to jump out of the bush if needed, but now they're just sitting cross-legged on the ground because it's taking me a lot longer than they thought.
You're chatting with Gaia.
Asking her what she thinks about her first adventure.
Explaining the reasons why we're unlocking the fence.
And then
See,
basically just trying to prepare her if we do have to fight.
See, the bad guys are bad.
Bad guys are bad, okay?
And we don't just launch ourselves out of a bush when we're ready to hit someone.
Speak for yourself. That's exactly what I'm fixing to do.
Well, you're directly in the line of like combat there. We're over here on the side, hiding in a bush. While the glowing Myconid just stands next to us.
Caleb learned his way is not able to be done.
Remember why we've never used it. It's stupid.
Beyond.
Yeah.
I told him just to use his snipping tool to get the map.
It's okay, it's almost 11. Everyone's losing it.
I just want to see what happens and like if we actually get to combat. That's all I want. That's all I want to see.
I've been here the whole time. I was just waiting for y'all. Waiting for. That sounds like Christmas music.
Josh, when he hears a bell and anything,
No! It sounds like you can hear the chink, 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 chink.
exactly. Josh, when he hears a bell and anything.
No, it's not just a bell. It has the chink, chink noise in the background, too.
That's the bell.
The song does use it does use jingle bells.
That's what I'm saying.
That is what they're called.
No noise behind it, too.
It's the bells on a stick. Like a
The
jingle
bells.
jangle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
There are many different kinds of jingle bells, but usually for that sound, it's the one on a stick.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily along.
Hey, Caleb, just so you know, I can't read any of the text, and I don't think anyone else can either, so it doesn't matter.
Is it in there yet? Mapped?
He's streaming it on his screen.
Is it in the stream?
Yes.
That's YouTube, right?
No, on the Discord.
Yeah, but this is for me to keep track of them.
I'd name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but some of them have names.
I understand that. I'm just saying that I'm a lazy piece of garbage. And
Oh, I
name them
can see
1,
it
2,
now.
3, 4, 5.
I just wish I could make it bigger. I got the stream up now. Okay.
My initiative was 15.
Mine was 18.
Workaholic over here.
Caleb, when he has to go back and forth. You know that meme of like the guy like in the camera and he's like aggressively sweating, like he's crying and he's like banging his keyboard with his fingers. I don't really know how else to explain that meme.
Okay.
Hold on, I think I have it saved somewhere.
He's like crying as he's aggressively typing.
I guarantee I have that saved. I don't know if it's on this laptop or my PC though.
Alright, so probably put us where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm fixing to work on.
I found it. It is on this computer. Hell yeah. It doesn't have audio though. It is a GIF.
The meme is what I imagined.
There we go.
Yeah. How Caleb feels right now.
Yeah. Hit Caleb right now. God, I know what that is.
Okay. So
I'm dancing in my
you guys
chair.
can see the actual screen, correct?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you guys actually
Yes.
read some of these names?
Not at all.
Kinda.
Some of them.
Okay.
I love that it uses the image that I picked.
Yeah, it does.
Oh
Tank.
god.
Yes, with a gun.
Yeah, there's the asking guy in a bush.
With a gun? Oh wow.
We've got Knox down here.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna resend that image. Just cause.
Twigs at a good distance so that they don't attract attention to the guy.
Which way are my slaves heading out?
Okay, so the door is he is here. The door is there, where you are standing there.
Okay.
Okay, the two fighting are these over here.
Okay.
Okay, there's the people that are surrounding them. These groups right here are the groups of this guy's kind of over here by himself. Here is the guard that was at the cage.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm positioned. I'm positioned near him. Kill him
yeah. Okay, so there.
if he raises the alarm,
All right.
and I've sent the slaves out to the most stealthy way they can go, and still exit that caldera.
Okay. I would say that one is actually proper. Okay, where are Finn and Twig?
I'd say Twigs a little bit further forward. Yeah,
Where?
probably there.
There.
Maybe around
Okay.
there.
And Finn.
Yes.
Where are you?
Got no stealth. Stay behind.
I'm. You mean like my position?
Yes.
I've been behind Knox. I thought.
Well, Knox went ahead to sneakily unlock the cage. I think he purposely went alone.
Yeah, I know he was watching us, and we went in. I'll be ahead of the group then. No, behind the tank though. He does you, right?
Behind the tank.
I would have been first because don't feel. I.
He's behind me somewhere.
Right there is
Yeah,
fine.
'cause
There we go.
Perfect.
So decided.
Just getting
But-
dragged around.
It's common sense. You are stronger.
You know how it looks like when you pick up a me on the Wii?
Yeah.
That's what the D is.
From the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's settled now.
Cool. I've got 14 minutes before I gotta go to bed.
There's your door.
Okay.
All right. So first up is Gaia.
Oh, we fighting? Okay.
I take it he noticed then, or somebody did.
That would be in the initiative. You guys are still sneaking.
Okay.
Nothing's actually happened yet. Nothing's been
Okay.
set off.
I hate how many gnolls there are in between anyone else. I hate it so much.
I thought a lot more of them were around the campfire. You made it sound like most of the patrols came down.
You made
Oh,
it
you're
sound
right,
like
I did.
Everyone was just huddled together.
So these guys are all here.
Yeah, beat his ass. Grab his dick.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Twist him.
The old dick twist.
It's so crowded.
Oh yeah, they're having a party over there.
So as long as we're holding ready to actions, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, we're ready to actions. Awesome.
So basically,
While you're at it, just put them all over there, yeah?
While you're at it,
Just
should
throw
make it
'em all in
easier.
there.
I love that. Shove them all in the hole.
I will say, apparently, I'm not working tomorrow either, so I'm good for whatever.
Yeah,
I work at
Emily
10 in the
can't
morning,
stay
but
for
I'm
him.
gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's fair. My thing is, my schedule is very
My
not.
wife, on the other hand, is gonna be angry with me for being to bed so late. So let's get
Right,
this.
let's get this started. See what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's happening next? Knox opened the gate to free the slaves.
Directed him to sneak out.
Yep.
And positioned himself to stealthily to assassinate the one guy that could notice the guards or the slaves escaping.
Just Caleb struggling.
Yeah, I mean,
Put commoner.
perfect. There we go. That's the group of slaves.
There they are.
They're all in one nice little pile.
They move as one.
One unit.
We are one, eight strong together.
Okay. So, what's the next plan of action? Knox freed the slaves.
All of the slaves. If all the slaves have made it out of the cage, I'm gonna back away from this guy and get to the front of the group.
Okay. So, if you take a look on here, you'll notice there are 3 squads up this walkway.
Yep. I see them.
So,
They're gonna run into him. Yep.
what is your plan for getting through there?
Is that the only way out?
Or try to climb up the wall, but the commoners aren't going to make it up the wall. They have to go through this path.
Okay.
Could Twig like?
I mean,
walk
if
over
you
there?
want to scale that wall, or you stay down there and get one of them to stand there, you guys just pass them up the wall.
Could Twig like stand on like the edge of the cliff right there and be like, just you see that fight down there? It's just
So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to try and pass them up that wall there, you can.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try that.
Like you can kind of give them a lift up and Twig can grab them.
Hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nox, give me a strength with disadvantage, and Twig a strength with advantage.
Do any of us have a rope I could just throw down?
I don't think they'll be able to climb it. They're all
they're weak.
very malnourished.
With advantage, you said?
Yes, you have advantage, Nox disadvantage.
Alright, that's gonna be a 30-20.
Okay.
30-20.
stand on my shoulders, or him or her.
What was your roll?
Where'd it go? Damn it! I rolled a. Let's see, +2. I rolled a 3.
Ah,
Shit. I had such a good roll too.
My strength is only a 15. So.
well, it's not that it's going to not happen. It's just that it's going to take longer.
Okay, we'll just keep
mean,
pushing them up, and
I got a dirty
As-
20, you got a 3.
As long as the fight is going on, they're all distracted.
Alright.
Those down there, at least. Yeah.
As we pick them up, I tell them to go towards the shark man.
and I just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yep.
Till I get them.
So are they all up there now?
Yeah, I would say it would take you guys probably about 10 minutes.
Can I, like, extend my maul for Nox to grab, or can he get up there by himself?
Most likely he can get there by himself. Do the athletic. Oh yeah, Torres.
He gets up there.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Guys, my heart
Now-
is in my throat.
Now I'll pull rear guard.
And you guys are going to work your way back out?
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
and I'll pull rear guard.
Gonna telepathically communicate to Gas and Gaia. We need to get out of here.
I nudge Gaia to go first, and I try to pick up the crate by myself.
What's your strength?
Let me see. 1.
1.
15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can carry it. It's not fun, but it can be carried.
I think I waddle a little bit with each step.
Yeah,
step,
you're
just kinda, like,
clinking
drag it
and
down.
you're clinking and clanking.
Can Twig just like waltz up and like gently swipe it from their hand?
Yes.
I just hold it in a fist.
That's kind of like does like a breathy thank you.
Okay.
And like I said, I'll keep cover and rear guard.
So,
And if I notice my ready to action is if I notice pursuit, is to cast entangle.
so nobody's following you.
Just book it.
I don't like that you're messing around.
I don't
You're
like
Book it
making me
that.
back to the
nervous.
pipe. Book it back to the pipe, and then use the amulet to hook through.
Where'd he come from?
Well, no, that's the group that you passed on your way up.
Oh crap.
Oh, like you're just spawning them in.
Yeah, I just grabbed them from down here.
It's too easy.
Just grab them from down there, move them
Too easy
over.
for these guys.
Okay.
Oh, those are the two
Yes.
from before.
Mhm.
We didn't factor them in.
We didn't think about it.
They also weren't there, so I'm gonna say it's the
They somehow got invisibility.
They circled
Because
around
we
and
all-
came up.
Uh-oh. Who has the best persuasion?
Probably not me, but I can check.
Or deception?
I got an
I got a +5
You
persuasion.
shouldn't have any negatives.
I have a -2.
In persuasion or deception?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah.
How do you talk to people?
He
I
doesn't.
got a charisma.
He just shoots them.
That's true, that's true.
I don't spend a lot of time talking to people. And when I do, I make them angry and they growl at me.
Yeah. They bellow in your face.
My Discord broke for a second.
Hey, your head is still intact, so.
You gotta catch me to hit me.
Okay, as these gnolls step in front of you, Gaia is going to cast Witch Bolt.
No.
She doesn't even consult anybody.
Well, at least she knows a good spell.
Is this also a thing where she didn't know she would do it?
No. She's fucking pissed because you guys just dragged her through sewage, then through the woods, and all she wanted to do was stay home.
Last time she stayed home, she almost burnt it down.
Can't have shit.
For literal. She got plenty of that. Shit, that is.
And
She's just like
her-
ranting the whole time.
I kept her out of the poop. I held her on my head when she needed to.
No, you didn't. Why is she complaining?
Yeah.
I was the one
Jesus.
waist deep.
Didn't have to be.
I'm sorry. I haven't needed to use it until now because I'm a fucking fish.
Think about it.
I can breathe in water. I don't really think about the fact that I have to Jesus my way across things, okay? I just love all of the normal ass profile pictures and then mine's just a Yask with a gun. It's so unserious. I don't like all the rolling that's happening over there.
Gaia does exactly enough damage to kill this guy. So yeah,
Oh damn, she's pissed.
you guys
pissed.
watch as Gaia just in front of you unleashes a massive blue energy lance, and it basically just spears this guy. This is normally a spell that lasts time, but there's no reason for it to last any amount of time because she instantly killed him. Yep. I rolled a 10, an 11, and a 6.
Damn.
It's 27 health, and they had 27 health.
Holy crap.
She cast that at 3rd level, by the way.
Oh.
We need to make sure she grows into a nice adult woman who doesn't hate us.
She can also cast it at 4th level. That does an additional D12.
Oh no.
Okay.
What
So,
are we gonna do with her?
You look at me, Twig.
I just
Keep
look at you
her
with the widest eyes I can.
We're gonna keep her around.
Mouth to like jaw to the ground.
When she becomes an adult, we can't forcibly keep her around.
so that one's dead.
Friend.
Her,
Just don't get on her bad side.
try to teach her good from bad, and she's mad at me.
Hey, right now she's a teenager. Bad side's all she's got.
Try and teach her
Was
good
it like a
from
week
bad.
ago?
Yeah.
Usually you have time to prepare for these stages of life.
sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
Okay. So next is that Knoll.
Of course he's next.
He's going to move up and begin to yell.
Oh no!
Crap.
Someone grab him.
Get him, get him!
Nox, you're next. Grab him.
Yep. And then it's Knox.
I'm gonna shoot him in the throat.
Straight to the point.
Right. Rolled hit.
$26.
26 hits. Seven damage.
Oh, hi Carson. Your
Hello.
character's not here.
Hi, Carson.
Yes.
Styre and Brongus are currently lost in the labyrinth of sewer tunnels.
Frogus took a wrong
They
turn.
They decided to wander off in the opposite direction.
No, I'll give you the lore of what happened.
Okay.
After this,
Okay, sounds good.
and you and me can talk about maybe what happened or what happens.
Okay.
I will tell you,
We
it's
just finished our game.
yeah, it's gonna be a similar situation to when Finn woke up with a wish ring.
Oh, I see.
I'll tell you that.
Wish you Merry Christmas.
Do I get the sneak attack damage?
Oh yeah,
Careful what you say, man.
you're at the back hiding behind a whole crowd of people. You never stop sneaking, so yeah.
And I was aiming for his throat.
Yep. You saying that's a called shot?
So that was, yeah, that was a called shot for
Okay.
26. I said I'm gonna shoot him in the throat. And I rolled a 26 to hit. So you said I hit him in the throat. So that's 19 so far.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my Slayer's Prey bonus action
Mm-hmm.
to add 2 more points to that.
You added what?
Points of damage.
You added how many?
2. So 21 total.
21 total.
To his throat.
Yeah, he is no longer yelling. He is more coughing and choking on his own blood. It's a loud gurgling noise. Anything else you want to do?
You want to put him out of his misery?
Yeah.
The only thing left is a move action, and I'm gonna move back down the trail
How far?
where any pursuit might come from. Probably 60 feet from the party. And my next ready in action will be cast a spell.
All right.
But that's next round.
Yep. Twig.
Bash his skull in. Just put him out of his misery, man. Poor guy is not having a good time.
I got a natural 20 plus 7.
Okay.
He's dead.
You don't even need to like ask. I think he's dead, man.
Yeah.
Popped his head like a zit.
Well, you just reach over with your glaive,
Flame tongue maul.
your maul, sorry, and knock him on the top of the head, crushing his neck in. His head caves into his chest.
Now what you got to say,
More
dumbass?
violent Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, he's gone. I will say, Knox, from where you are, the fight has stopped and the gnolls are moving.
And they're moving?
Dang,
Yes.
Nox killed them all.
Okay, can we book it?
Can we go now? Can I grab Gaia by the arm and just fucking just start running?
What about the magic traps?
Take the
I'll risk it. I'll take the hit.
Are you sure you're gonna take that hit?
We don't know what the
No.
hit is.
It can't be that bad.
I throw that pendant up to the party as far as I can.
Stick it on an arrow and shoot it at the dead gnoll.
There you go.
Knock style.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll say it makes it to the party.
So I run up,
And
I
I
grab
tell
it, and
him-
I just book it.
I'm
I
just
tell
gonna
them that I will
start running
meet
too.
them. I'll meet them in the tunnel.
Will the commoners follow, or is it just?
Yeah. They're following to their best ability. They are not.
I'm going to.
Are you running up with them now?
You're gonna hide in some shrubbery.
Or are you gonna?
Are you staying back behind, or are you running up to catch up?
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm staying behind.
Okay.
No, I'm catching up.
Okay.
I'm catching up.
So yeah.
Still pulling that rear guard.
From there, you guys can leave watching this. We're done here.
All right.
That was stressful.
And we'll say you guys get back to the like where the entrance to the tunnel where the big grate is that's broken open. And from there we can go ahead and end it because Emily said she had to go to bed, and Williams has to work in the morning.
Yep, 10 days in a row. But I don't have to be at work till 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a really good session.
Oh hey, Williams, wish me luck. They finally put the transportation sergeant position up on the website.
Heck
So,
yeah, really?
I'm putting in for it.
Yeah.
I already put in my application. I'm just waiting on a response now.
You know what I
I'm
can't
gonna be
wait for?
probably putting in for shift.
Shift sergeant?
Yeah, because I get blamed. Shift sergeants don't get blamed for inmates doing what inmates do, which is not obey rules.
All right. So from here, I'd like to thank anyone who tuned in and watched or tunes in and watches in the future. This has been Fatebound Fellowship.